to get that relationship going with the people who are booking the bands, right? A very important relationship, isn't it? That they're not off there just doing what the hell they like, booking whatever the hell they like, and then just dumping a whole lot of crap on you and go make it happen. And you're like, well, look, this is actually, it's going to cost us money, because you want to see those band specs, don't you? You want to see those technical specs as soon as possible, right? As soon as humanly possible. You're not stopping the booker from doing anything, but you're just saying it's a very close relationship. He's going, look, I got this band, and you just need to see what their setup is, yes? Some rock bands will have double drums, for God's sake, and double this, and some bands can be very technical these days with lots of laptops and lots of electronic equipment. And if they're trying to get you to sort of put all these bands on, every 15 minutes, it's going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? So as soon as possible, you're desperately looking for technical specs, yes? The technical rider, it's called. And things in the technical rider are channel listings, 1 to 32, the channel listings, the drums, everything listed out, how it's going to be patched in, yes? Stage plot, how the band lays itself out on stage, and maybe then a little backup document about any little funny things they do, any particular requirements in front of house about EQ or something, any weird instruments they have on stage, anything that takes a lot of setup. There's some of those old rolling keyboards, my God, they can scare the life out of you. They can take 45 minutes to get working. To mine actually, working for a sound check, and you guys got to be watching out for that. Okay? So get technical specs off the band, check them out, and check them out also. Then, sorry, there's too many things in my head sometimes. Check them out also from the point of view of programming. Yes. So what we're doing is we're talking about you're trying to share equipment, aren't we? You have to share equipment. We don't want every bloody band turning up with a van full of stuff, insisting they drag it all into the venue. Well, where you are, you won't be able to move for drum kits and stuff. And Laddie boy, mum bought him a new guitar for Christmas. So he's bringing all his guitars with him, even though he doesn't need them. And there's drum kits everywhere. So again, you get those specs in. And what we did with the crawl was, which I can't quite believe we got away with, we literally told them, you ain't bringing all your gear in. And then we literally introduced the bands playing to each other once we decided the order. Once we looked at the order and said, right, well, we can make those two bands share a drum kit because they use the same drum kit. Then we have two electronic bands, let's put them together so that we can make the whole thing run smoother. And of course, you're going to very early on and very politely, when the booker is negotiating, saying, I really want you to play this gig, I really want to play this gig, I haven't got any money, also at some point slip into the conversation and look, we're not doing riders, it's for charity. The money is going to Oxjam. We're not spending it all and sending 50p to Oxjam. We are sending the money to Oxjam. Once they hear that, then they won't expect a bloody plate of cheese and Gatorade and all kinds of nonsense. Yes. Even the young lads sometimes love it, They just get that rockin', they read Led Zeppelin's book or something like that, and they'll send you in some ridiculous, I need 4 bottles of vodka kind of thing, and you just like, no, you don't. But it's very early. It's very important, though, out of courtesy, to tell people quickly. Don't wait till they turn up in the night. And literally, if they have got some old school manager who actually knows what he's talking about, was rampaging around the place demanding his bottles of vodka, tell them, just tell them. And if you do have to get a few beers, well, watch out for the venue, because he's going to want them selling himself, and he should sell them at cost. But really, what you want to do is go down Tesco's, because they're very cheap, and most venues will let you do that for backstage, right? But then really, you want to try and get them for free, correct?